What's up, YouTube family? This is Jeff with a little bit of everything home services, coming to you with yet another video. And today I am at a call where the complaint was the unit was not cooling, and I'm going to show you what I found. Okay, family, so I am here looking at a train unit, and I arrived on scene and checked the temperature coming out of the supply, and it was warm. So came out to the unit, noticed the fan was spinning, but I didn't hear the compressor running. So I hooked up gauges to it, and what did I find? If you look here, there is no refrigerant in this unit. There's zero pressure. As you can see, I have the Testo 550 hooked up to it, and I mean, you can see here, this is the low side and this is the high side pressure, and I have nothing at all. It's bone dry. So there's obviously a leak somewhere. So I am about to leak check this unit, and I'll be back. I'm gonna first pump it up with nitrogen and put a little refrigerant in it, then pump it up with nitrogen and leak check. Okay, family. So right now I just put 67 pounds of pressure, in this unit of 14A. Now I'm gonna pump it up the rest of the way with nitrogen. I'm gonna put 300 pounds of pressure on this unit. So here we go. And as you can see, the pressure is starting to rise on both sides. This is the side that I want to get. Even though this is the condenser side, this is the evaporator. I'm keeping this side closed, the condenser side, so I can see how much pressure is really in the unit. And I'll show you what I mean by that. I'm going to close the low side right quick. Alright, and in doing so, you see it start to equalize out. So it has 119 pounds of pressure, basically between 118 and 119. So let's keep going. Open this other side to make it a little faster. And I'm gonna close the evaporator side right now. Let it keep flowing in the condenser side. So I am going to start getting things ready to do this leak check, leak search. I'm going to pull out my Testo leak detector and take these panels off and start leak checking it in both the outside condenser unit and the indoor evaporator section as well. Okay, family, so just by looking at this, I had this pressure pumped up to like 208. It had equalized out to 208, and you can see it's steady dropping. I mean, it's dropping fast. So what that tells me, it's a significant leak in this unit, and it's hard to hear. I think I hear some hissing, but it's 4 other units out here running, so it's loud. I may have to go in and turn those off so I can really hear, but I'll be back. Okay, family, I am back, and it did not take long for me to find this leak, because if you can sit here, you can actually hear it, and I can feel the nitrogen blowing right up in this area. So I trace it down and up right here where the pipe is connecting right there, and plug the hole into the pipe. So time to fix this repair. I'll be back. Okay, family, so we got more specifics with this leak, and if you notice here, it's not this one where the leak is. It's this small distribution tube coming from where the THV and the tubes are connected. See, it's running from the bottom of the distributor tube. It's this small one right here. Down here. See? So that's what I'm going to do. I see it in the video. I can see it. See it right there? See it blowing? That's I'm going to drill the hole straight in there. So I'm going to have to fix that, get it all straight. Behind it, the one is starting to rub as well. You see that? Alright, so let's do this repair. I got to be careful when doing this repair. Because what can happen is if you use too much heat, of course, then you can burn a hole in this little small pipe. Also, you can heat it up and it'll loosen up here, and then you really got problems. So I'm going to have to make it a quick, low heat, best I can repair, and get it done. Alright, I just got my oxygen acetylene tank all set, and I am getting ready to fire up my torch and get this done. Let's check this out. Let me get this mirror on here. A real hard angle to see. Alright, so let's get closer and see what we can see. I would like to get a little bit more solder up on that other side right there. I think I got it, but I just want to make sure. Look like I see a little indent. So I'm going to put a little bit more solder on that side. You see what I'm working with? I'm working through a gate right here, so it's kind of hard to get up in there like I want to. I'm gonna give it a second and let it cool. Then I'm gonna pour a little water on there. Then I'm gonna put some nitrogen back into the system and see if it holds. I'll be right back. Okay, family, now that I'm finished with that particular leak, I just pumped the system back up with nitrogen, and I'm gonna spray some of this this Big Blue micro leak detector on my repair. Make sure there are no leaks. So here we go. Just look at it. If there was a leak right there, it would be bubbling up. So we'll just give it a moment. Alright, so as you can see, this particular repair is good to go. Now let's spray this one back here in the back. Remember where I said it was rubbing a little bit? Let's spray that to make sure it's not leaking. It's not leaking either. That's good. But if this would have continued to run and vibrate, we would have had another leak right here too. Now let's look and see what the gauge is saying. Still equalizing there. But remember, it was dropping like crazy. The pressure was dropping fast, and that hole was just, you can hear it coming out. But I'm gonna let it sit here with a pressure test for about a good 30 minutes and see, make sure it holds out and make sure there's no additional leaks, and get it back up and running. I have to pull a vacuum on it, and I'll be pulling a vacuum on it using the NAVAC 4 CFM battery operated pump and the TruBlu hoses, and get this unit cooled in a vacuum and charge back up the refrigerant and get it back rolling. Okay, family, so what I'm going to do while I'm waiting for that unit to make sure it's holding, the pressure's holding, I'm going to put some insulation tape around here, because you can still see there's some areas where the distribution tubes are touching, and I'm going to put some tape around that just to make sure I don't have this same issue. I mean, you can look at this TXV, the line right here, the equalizing line coming down. I mean, it's touching really really the sensing bulb. See the bulb right there? It's touching these. So I'm gonna fix that so it's not touching it. I'm gonna move that, and then these distribution tubes that are touching, I'm gonna put some of that tape around and keep it from anything that's touching, to keep it from rubbing another hole, so it won't have the same call 6 months from now. Okay, family, so as you can see, I'll put insulation tape on every area where there could potentially be a rub, so we won't have this same issue again. Okay, family, I'm back, and as you can see, the pressure is holding. I may have dropped maybe barely, not even quite a pound as it equalized, but it's been a good 45 minutes. So since that time has passed, I'm pretty confident and that there's no additional leaks. I'm going to go ahead and let this refrigerant out, hook a vacuum up to it, and go ahead and pour that vacuum so I can put refrigerant and get it back up and running. Okay, YouTube family, so looking here, we are down to, get a good look there, 499 microns, and it's still dropping. So my goal was to get it down to 500. We made it to 500. Now I'm gonna go ahead and charge this system up and get it up and running. Okay, YouTube family, so I got this unit started back up, and I am going to check the supply temperature. Look at that, 55 degrees. How perfect can you, that's perfect, 55 degrees. Ooh, all right, I would say this unit is running well. This is the indoor air handler right here, and I would say it is running well. You can't get better than 55. All right, YouTube family, I want to thank you for taking time out to check out the video. Talk to you soon. Have a blessed day.